Okay, these are some reflections on ascension, and in relation to the book, the fictional book Diary of Mad Yogi, which outlines the general, in fiction, a general sort of view of ascension as an adventure. And what I'm feeling now, it's really time for people to, if they're on this path, it's really about being dedicated to that process of ascension, because this is an unprecedented time. Every timeline, every cycle has come to a conclusion. We are in limbo, and we are receiving these packages of energy, solar energy, and it sounds like science fiction, but it's not. It's actually happening. People, and the geopolitical world is a total sort of mess, but and there's only one way out, there's only one way through, and that's by raising frequency. It's about your consciousness. There's no other way to do it. So it's about becoming serious about the dedication to the ascension protocols. This is the time. There is no other time. And so it's simple, because all you do is adjust your lifestyle slightly. Go to bed early. I went to bed at 8 o'clock last night. I was up at 4:30 and straight into the breath work, lying in the bed doing connected breath work for however long, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, just connecting the breath, preparing the body for a higher frequency. Then the routine continues with the breath of bringing the breath up from the center of the earth through Shushuma, connecting it to source, seeing it as a blue light, and then seeing it return as a brilliant white light, almost like a solar flash coming through your body. So you're preparing your nervous system, preparing your body to receive this energy without being too triggered. You're bound to be triggered. The triggering means there's something to clear. So when you feel some sort of anxiety through the process, you know there's something to look at, and you get good at it. So I found that I make a list every week of the things that I need to clear in my field, things like envy, jealousy. I had a bit of that come up about people doing this kind of work, comparing me with them, and I thought, this is so silly. I thought I was past this. It's just another layer to peel. So you do the prayer work by having your prayer written, and you call in the violet flame, which is the transmuting aspect, the gift from Saint Germain at the moment to transmute. And you can transmute this, bring it into the consciousness of the world, and you transmute it fairly quickly. And you just keep doing that. And I do it when I'm walking down the street. I'm just aware of my reactiveness. It's very subtle now, because it's, I've got rid of the major themes of my life, like we're all gifted these major themes. Sometimes it's abuse, that's a major theme. It might be an angry father, and your anger. All of those are the themes you've been gifted to release. Once you've got down to the nitty-gritty of that, then you've got a much clearer system. There aren't the blockages, so the energy can flow. It's all about alignment. It's all about flow. And then, if you've got time, you can sing through the Bija mantras, Lam, Vam, Ram, Yam, in a rising scale, Ham, Om, I am. So that's part of the work that we do to create a clear passage. And when you sing the Bija mantras, you can hear if the energy is clear or not, if the chakra is clear or not. So that's another, and of course the meditation, the group meditation in nature that we do on Sundays with the walk is the best. It's because you're in nature and you're together, you can really connect and you can feel things coming up. So that's another thing, but you do it at home when you can. So sitting in meditation, following your breath work, just for however long it is appropriate to you. Sometimes for me it's an hour, sometimes it's 10 minutes, sometimes I can't do it. But there's a consistency, there is a consistency. It's every day, it's doing it every day. So, and then you're simply observing yourself as you go about your day in service, because there's no other way to be but in service to other people. If you're in the workplace and you're angry with your colleagues, instead of being angry and resentful, you give them more. You help them more. suffer more. You break through it by the opposite of the 3D world, which is to revenge or to take, to gossip, whatever it is, to talk about them. No, just reverse that. If they don't do the washing up, you do the washing up, and you reverse the energy of that cycle of revenge and anger and holding it inside you. So those are the basic protocols of ascension. It's not complicated. It's about your direct relationship with Source now, and being available, being open and available, just being available. So when you sit in a group, you don't have an agenda, you don't feel the need that I have to speak, I have to say this or that. You're in the field and you're available. And that field then will connect everybody through the heart. And there will be something that arises that you talk freely about. Of course, the main aspect I haven't mentioned, which is moving the locus of consciousness from the head into the heart. So we've been in the head, through the Piscean age, in the duality. Now we're moving into the heart, the unity consciousness, one unity consciousness. That's Aquarius, one drop of water in the ocean. And although it's still a drop of water, it's part of the ocean. So that's how we are. We're part of the ocean, but we're still these individual characters. We're now letting go of that and becoming part of the ocean, becoming part of the field of consciousness. And it's like a discernment of finding that space, because ego is about separation. So it's coming back into unity consciousness with Source, and relaxing, letting go, and not struggling, not striving, not making too much effort, just being in the flow. The oldest teaching of the world, being in the flow with ease and grace, and allowing the world to bring to you what you need. And there is a point where you stop reading and stop looking at all the different teachers, because you realize the message is pretty much the same, and really it becomes an internal journey. And when you switch that to the internal journey, to the focus of your heart, then if you're in your heart, say 51% of the time, then you're there. You're on the doorstep of the fifth dimensional world, which we are. We are at the entrance of the fifth dimensional world, the heart, which is that representation. 51% of the time, you're automatically in service. And so I think that covers most of it. So stay in your heart is always the